Hi Gemini, welcome back to Omkaratarot and to your love bite. Gemini, let's see what are the messages here for you today, and a warm welcome back to all my subscribers and welcome in newcomers. Gemini spirit, what are the messages for Gemini? All right, so from one person's perspective, Gemini, 3 cards, which is the Strength card, the Tower, and the 9 of Pentacles. All right, and the second person spirit, 2 of Wands, Ace of Cups, and the Death and Rebirth. Mutual energy spirit, 4 of Swords, 10 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords in reverse. Bottom of my deck, Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay, so Gemini, first line is one person, second line is the other person. You could be either one of them, right? So for me, this is person A and this is person B. Person A says, I am pulling back, I'm in my power, I'm in my strength, because this connection has already crumbled and finished. I'm single and I'm independent. The other person is, I think, planning. I think they could be planning to maybe come forward and could be thinking of how do I now express my love. They want to kind of transform this connection now from a bad ending maybe to a new beginning. They don't want to be a player anymore, it seems. So anyways, I could be wrong, of course. I'm going to clarify all these cards for you, gems. But first, let's start with some dialogue message cards, and then we'll do your mutual energies, etc. All right, so Gemini and their person spirit. Gemini and their person, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Gemini and their person spirit. Let's take a few more from another deck, Gemini. Gemini and their person spirit, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Gemini and their person. All right, and just a few more from a third deck as well, Gemini, and then we'll start the reading. Gemini and their person spirit. Gemini and their person. All right, good to go. Let's start the reading. And Gemini, if any of you looking for personal readings, my email is omkaratarot@gmail.com. You can reach me there. It's there in the description box below as well. So the first card here says, I'm afraid of what I might say. So like this person is now thinking, should I go and offer my heart or not? But they're scared. What if the other person has already, given their heart to somebody else now? What if it's already ended? Let me start over with you. Yeah, that's what they want. That's what they want, but they're afraid maybe it's too late, or maybe the other person has started something new with somebody else. I'm sending you messages through songs. My biggest fear came true. How do I approach you now after all this time? Too much time has gone by. I'm hoping to run into you. The love I have for you is a deep reflection of the love that I have for myself. I found all the fragmented, broken pieces of myself when I met you. You mirrored my wounds, so I could look deep inside of myself and heal from within. The connection can feel out of balance when I keep trying to reassure you or overgive to you. I realize that I have to give to myself, and that then you will master self-love. This could be the first person who's, standing up for themselves and saying, I'm going to focus only on my independence and my single life right now. Life is too short to keep your feelings to yourself. I cannot stay silent any longer with these words hidden inside my heart and soul, because they want to burst out of my chest and my mouth. I love you. I pray for us to be reunited. I can't get you out of my head. I think about you always. I know that we are soulmates, forever entwined, for eternity. I wish you could love yourself the way that I love you. I had to lose you to learn to love myself unconditionally, so that you could then learn to do the same. I'm now shining brighter as I have faith that you will one day see the true love and light within you. as I do. Again, person A. Okay. Not talking to you absolutely breaks my heart and soul into a billion shattered pieces. I want to reach out to you, but I just can't find the right words as I'm feeling so fragile right now. I hurt myself when I chose to keep the peace to enjoy time with you. I should have told you earlier the truth about what was bothering me. Keeping it all inside me has been eating away at me. And the last one here, Gemini says, I know that you're with someone else, but you could tell me the truth about how you feel, so I don't think I'm going effing crazy. I think that is what is bothering the second person. They feel that it's too late, I wasted too much time. What by now if, maybe my person is with somebody else already. So, okay, so these were some of your messages. Gemini, if these were resonating with your storyline, let's also take an angel blessing card first, and then we'll start the clarification. So, Spirit, a blessing, guidance, advice, or message for the viewer. Gemini, this could be you, could be for the cross watcher, maybe that's the person who's watching the reading. So, this card is for the person who's watching. Your advice, viewer, is to speak your truth. If you are the first person and you get an opportunity, instead of hiding things and not letting the other person know how you were truly feeling, you should have done that in the first place. But even now, if you get an opportunity, clear the air, put everything on the table. Sometimes we don't tell people what is hurting us because we feel they'll leave us, or you'll be unlovable or something. And for the second person, if you're the one who's watching, well, instead of standing at crossroads forever and ever and hurting, take the chance. It's like somebody said something very wise to me once. When you want something, go for it, because you didn't have it anyway, right? So there is still a 50% chance that you can get it. If you don't make a move, 100% you're not going to get it. So take at least the 50% chance of getting it. Okay. So now, Spirit, tell me what's going on here. Let's start with the first person, Gemini. This could be you. This could be the cross watcher. I'm going to call this person A, like we do in our you versus them readings. So person A, what's the strength card? Strength card. Yeah, person A says my person has always been sitting in their ego and their pride, and they never gave me an offer. I was very discontent in this connection, and because of all their, pride, ego issues or whatever, there was no victory to be had for me. I wasn't happy in this connection. They always left me out in the cold Omkaratarot. They hurt me. They broke my heart. So I cut this connection out. I cut them off, and now there's been a huge tower between us. Everything has crumbled, and they were being very petty, very self-centered, very selfish, and they just wanted me to stay stuck in this connection without ever offering me anything, always blowing hot and cold, never opening up their emotions to me. So I have chosen that I'm now going to focus on myself, focus on being single, on being independent. I'm growing my money. I'm focusing on my stability in my life. Look at me here, shining brighter than ever before, growing my money and looking good, taking care of myself. I'm not going to wait around in hermit mode waiting for them to level up, or wait for an apology from them, or wait for a love offer from them anymore. I am now finding balance and structure in my own life. Okay, so person B, what about you? How are you feeling right now? Two of Wands. What's the Two of Wands? Yeah, I think person B, I think they're standing at crossroads because they want to figure out, has this connection totally ended, or is there still some life that, I can reflame or something like that? And the reason I think they're not coming forward immediately is because I think they're a little afraid they may not be forgiven. This person has a lot of sadness, regret, remorse, looking at the past, feeling guilt and shame and everything. I think this person definitely does want a second chance with the first person, but they are kind of wondering, how should I invest now? I disappointed them in the past. Now I do want to return back. Do they even want me back or not? I think there's a little they're lacking in a little bit of courage. They see the other person as really doing well. Maybe they're spying on the other person and saying, they're doing so well and they're so attractive, and maybe they have other options now. What if they've already given their heart to somebody else, or somebody else has won their heart already? Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, because there's been a lot of stagnancy in this connection. Now the thing is that if I come forward, what if things backfire on me? What if I'm told that it's too late already? What if there is a third party in the equation already? That's the only thing I think that keeps this person in fear from reaching out. Why? Because they know they betrayed person A in the past, and now they're going through the dark night of the soul. This person could be feeling devastated and maybe very, very upset and angry as well, that now realizing that they were the ones who caused this tower to happen between the two of you. Somewhere I think they feel that the other person is exhausted of them, is tired of them, has given up on them, and now if they were to return back, they would probably see a locked door. Right? So somewhere they feel what they've done is unforgivable. Okay, so now let's see your actions. Spirit, tell me, for the first person who's stronger, wiser, and is independent, what do these three cards mean for them? The first one. I think the first person has been heartbroken very badly by the second person in the past, but they have healed, or they have been healing. They are kind of packed up and saying, you know what, I realized that this was just maybe an unfair situation. Now that I've healed, I see maybe this was a short-term contract, not a soulmate connection that was for life. Maybe it was just for a reason or a season. I have to stand up for myself. I have to keep my boundaries up. I'm not going to allow anyone to juggle me or make me feel like an option anymore. I'm tired of, always doing more than the other person does. I'm not willing to carry all the baggage. So I think the first person, they are the ones who are making a decision, no longer in two minds, no longer that I'm not going to deal with the player anymore. So this is the same card we had as our overall energy. I don't want to deal with the player anymore. I'm going to release this connection. What about the other person, Spirit? What do these three cards mean for the other person now? Tell me. Four of Swords, I think this person has been reflecting big time on the heartbreak that they've caused, and now I think they do want to offer something very, very stable. They no longer want other options, or they don't want to have other things going on. It's like, I choose you, I want to offer you this. But somewhere they are scared that the other person has already packed their bags and maybe given up. Oh my God, I said that and the card came out. This is a card of somebody who's exhausted and tired and, given up. And that's came out the minute the words came out of my mouth. So they feel a little scared, even though they've made up their mind. They don't want any other option. The only one they want is person A. This person is lacking courage right now. Two of Swords in reverse. Two of Swords in reverse. One more. Okay. Somewhere they feel that the other person has moved on and maybe has a lot of other options now. They could also be thinking about their own bad behavior now, of the way they played mind games, of the conflict that they created. And somewhere I think they're scared. I think this person is just fearful that maybe it's too late. Now I've lost out on an opportunity. I never offered it then, and now if I do go back, my person is going to cut my head off. They're not going to forgive me. So they're just sitting in anger and upset, and it's like, why did I create this tower? Now I don't want anyone. I want them, but how do I now go and tell them that? It's like, why didn't I make the choice when the time was right? Now they're looking at their future and it seems pretty empty. It's barren land. They know they ruin things with a soulmate bond, something that could have lasted a lifetime. So this person is feeling very unstable at the moment, but it's actually forced this person to level up. Maybe this has been a spiritual lesson for them, where they had to realize what they've done and stand up for the things that they want. This person had love in their heart, I think, but which they never expressed. They were hiding it or something, maybe never making a decision or a choice, always knowing that the other person was the love of their life. But now it's forcing this person to stand up for themselves and make clear decisions. Now that they have made that decision, the only problem is that they don't know whether the other person who they disrespected in the past even wants them, or have they already moved on, or do they see them as a toxic connection and wouldn't want them back? So it's almost like lack of hope, only because they see the other person maybe doing really well in their life or making their own dreams and wishes come true. So this person, second person, is, I think, very, very frustrated because they feel that the first person has dropped them, given up. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Gemini. Till next time then, love and light. Take care. Namaste.